Nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. Soon as we step out the cage, we raising all of the stakes. Make no mistake, either you stay in your place or we putting you on a plate. Look at our face, we put the fear in the dirt. We had to struggle for change, pick up the pace. We put in infinite.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Spot Real Talk. My name is Tiara.
I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Ron.
And today we are back for the season finale of Force. This is season 2, episode 10, and it was titled Power, Powder, Respect, just like the theme song. So this was a really great episode. But before we start talking about it, let's go ahead and get you guys accustomed with how we rolling around here. We need you to subscribe to our channel. We need you to hit that like button, and we need you to hit the notification bell. So all of those things help support our channel, keeps us growing. And I know y'all done seen them interviews that we just put out. So we got good content. We constantly are talking to talent from all of the hottest shows. Why not subscribe? Come on now.
It's only going to get better. So, come on.
I'm just saying. Okay, so
well said.
We got that out the way. Let's go ahead and talk about this episode. This was the big finale. We've been waiting for this, and we knew a lot was going to go down. I was very impressed with this episode. Shout out to Deon Taylor, who we recently just interviewed, who was a director for this episode. Absolutely killed it. Mm-hmm. If you have not already seen our interview with Deon Taylor, check that out in our interviews tab. So let's just go ahead and jump into this conversation, because we know episode 9 at the end, Tommy had just found out that Vic really was the rat. And so this week is kind of picking up off of that, because he is a huge liability to them both. Like, it's threatening all of the things that they've put in place. Diamond fears that he could go to jail again behind this. They're fearing that it could mess up things with Che, and the Marquez cartel has teamed up with Claudia and them, and it's made them a more formidable, opponent. It's like all kinds of stuff has gone down, and having Vic be a rat really can self-destruct them. So, Diamond's right to be worried.
Well, no, let me say two things first. First of all, Diamond, you worried about going back to jail, but you in the game? You already doing enough to go back to jail, Diamond. So I would figure by now you've come to terms with that. So let's not go, let's not pretend like you're not doing anything to send your behind back to jail. At this point, man, you can drop a peanut and go back to jail. So, look, let's not worry about you going back.
None of them believe that they think they're invincible.
Yeah,
you never think it's gonna happen until it happens.
The other thing is, we mentioned last week that Vic had two choices, either to come clean or face the consequences. Mm-hmm. Now, it seems like Tommy took one of those consequences off the table. So now he wants to use Vic in the same vein, I believe, that we were talking about last week.
I was going to say, didn't I make that suggestion?
But
I thought I said too that
you said it. Both of you guys said it.
That was really his only card. But now, well, it appeared to be his only card at the time, and now we see that Tommy's picked up on that card, and it's seemingly that's what he wants to do. I'm not in favor of it, and I think it's the worst thing that could have happened. When I saw them on the rooftop, I thought Tommy was going to take a nosedive, but
I did too. I was like, okay, they about to do like Godfather Harvey.
Right.
How Bumpy them did. I said he's about to take a flight,
right?
And that's what I thought was going to happen. But I was like, okay. He's keeping them around,
keep your enemies close.
The chagrin of Diamond. Now, Diamond doesn't want to keep them around. And that's why I said, remember what I said last week about this is leading to a break.
Yep.
Because Tommy is making moves and he's not consulting Diamond. Diamond is not agreeing with the moves and stuff and everything. And I'm like, this is not going to end well. Because I think Diamond would have rather just got rid of it. And that was making decisions solo when you got a partner. And he even took sole credit for them making the deal. And it was like, none of that stuff wouldn't happen too without Diamond.
Exactly.
Well, I think it boils down to the fact you can't have two gods. And I think really that's what we're looking at here. Tommy is Tommy. Tommy is going to do what Tommy wants to do, regardless of how you feel about it. Diamond is either going to have to come on board with that or just understand the fact that you're dealing with somebody who is, very impulsive, and he's going to look at things differently than you do. Because to be honest with you, or at least to be honest with the show, Tommy did bring in everybody. He did corral everybody to unify them. Now, how much that will work out, or how well that'll work out, nobody knows. But certainly CBI wouldn't be where they are now had it not been for Tommy. So
right. I mean, it really was a joint effort.
It was a joint effort, because some of those crews wouldn't even had FaceTime with Tommy if it wasn't on the strength of Diamond. Yep. Like even when Janard went in Diamond's place to that other meeting, dude was like, where's Diamond? Like, they gonna disrespect us by sending you and all this stuff. Like, he needed Janard there or somebody from CBI there so that they could even hear him out. So yes, Tommy, Tommy is, one of the main reasons why they got where they were, but it was a collaborative effort. They would not have been done without Diamond. Diamond and Janard City.
And Tommy, I mean, his plan, yes, he does make moves on his own, but the plan that he put in place, it worked out great, because the goal was to get rid of Claudia, the Serbs, the Marquez cartel. It worked out picture perfect, because Stacy fell right into the trap, despite her husband telling her this sounds fishy.
But it was still a win. See, it made me think of OG Power, because remember when Ghost hit them with the okie doke too, and Angela got Lobos. And remember, she was satisfied, and he said, "I gave you Lobos for your troubles." And I thought about that this time around, because Stacy still wasn't happy. Her team was like, "Look, we got the Marquez, we got Merkovic, we got Claudia, so it's a win for DOJ regardless."
It's
three pressed to get Tommy.
It is 3 taste treats in one, and she's worried about Tommy. I think that what they were able to accomplish is a lot bigger than Tommy.
It is.
Yeah, so it is.
She is so
Moby Dick. Once again, she's like Saps and everybody else, chasing the white whale. And it gets them every time. Every time these feds and cops start chasing the white whale, they fail, or they end up dead, or they lose their jobs.
And if I were Bobby, I would be looking for a divorce lawyer, because
I think he is going to.
I think he is. Yeah. I think he's done. I think he's done. The way, especially when she flipped it on him and tried to make it seem like it was his fault that his dude got killed. Yeah, and this was on her. Look, I was like, they ain't gonna make it.
Right.
He was like, I just lost a friend, not even a colleague, but also a friend, and you sitting up here, downing me.
Right.
I was like, Bob, he's done with her.
Yeah,
I see the divorce coming.
Yeah, I see it too.
Yeah. So Tommy, the plan worked out amazing. And not only that, but Vic also got a little get back on Claudia. After he gave up the whole empire to her, and he got a confession out of her, it was actually recorded. So not only did Claudia go down for being involved with the cartel, but she went down for her father's murder and attempted murder on Vic. So it's like, she really wasn't getting out either way.
And that's scene
and then Tommy
in jail.
Got his get back.
But that scene in jail where she's on the phone grappling, and she was
like, "Da." I was like, "You calling for daddy now?"
Right.
Now, do y'all really believe Claudia is dead?
You know, I was going to ask you that question because I was like, you know, when Lobos got stabbed in jail, he survived.
He survived.
So it's going to be interesting to see if she's really dead.
And you know, I don't know. She got shanked a couple of times in the back. It's very possible she lived through it. You know, maybe she's a cripple now. Who knows? I don't think she's dead. You know, they left her too soon, and the way she looked on the way down just didn't appear to be something that was going to be, you know, instantaneous death.
She was gasping though. It does look
like
I mean,
she was gasping.
Yeah, she is. She would be, but I just don't think she's dead yet. No, I don't think.
So. I'm not sure about that. I think we might see her again.
Yeah, I have a feeling she'll pop up again. But
and something that Gary Leonard said too when he talked about next season, he said we'll see who, or was it he, or was it Deion Taylor said we'll see who lives or dies in season 3. So that's why I was like, okay, so we won't know for sure until next season about who's dead, because it's even kind of up in the air about Vic. You know, like when the guy started walking towards him and stuff, and I feel like Vic is a little slippery. I told y'all that. He might be the next Dre. So he might, I mean, he knows how to defend himself. He might kill those dudes and get out of Dodge.
Yeah, I mean, what Tommy said about keeping Vic around as the inside man makes me believe that he's going to survive it.
Well, that's me. Yeah, me too. I you know, it didn't appear that Tommy gave them a kill order. I think he wanted just to make certain that Vic is kept there while everything that was happening, you know, would happen. Because, you know, one of the things Tommy accomplished very well, as you said, Tiara, is making Stacy look like a fool. You know, I mean, he couldn't have done that any better.
Yeah.
So to keep Vic away from the place made Stacy look like just an absolute fool. But again, she's got 3 taste treats in one. And while she, as you said, while she's so Moby Dick on I like that phrase, on Tommy, she really can't see the order of things because she brought down what, 2 or 3 cartels?
Basically, I mean, one big cartel, but 3 big players.
3 big players in the
cartel, and Merkovich, the Serbs.
Yeah.
And then Claudia.
Yeah, so I mean, she should be satisfied with good enough, but clearly she's not. And you know, Vic, like you were saying, you know, Tommy said that I own him now. And so he's basically saying, I'm gonna make him sweat, you know, down to the last second, then I'm gonna flip it on him. So I think there still are plans to kill Vic ultimately, but we're gonna use you up first to get what we need.
Right. It's the long game, the thing they call, you know, the long game. So they'll use him and kill him later.
And CBI also had another big victory with Che, because with the Serbs and Merkovich and Claudia out the way, you know, they now take the place of the Serbs as the competitor to Miguel. So that whole situation kind of tangles things up because, you know, Miguel can't go at them and they can't go at Miguel. Otherwise, they risk their relationship with Che. So, you know, I thought that was interesting considering what Janard and Shanti did. I was like, you know what? We knew they were going to do it. It's not a surprise I'm putting them on the hands list.
Yeah.
Especially, I was like, you know, Tommy kind of looked out for Janard at the end. He was putting him on with Che. He kind of got him his Lamborghini back. I was like, you know, he was ingratiating himself.
Putting him on with Che. I mean, Janard is getting a piece of it, but he was sunning Janard. When he said, go get him a drink, I was like, oh, Tommy's sunning him a little bit.
Yeah, he did.
But I thought that could have also been seen as him ingratiating himself with Janard. Like, you are really a partner. Like, go talk to Shay.
He made Janard feel like
he was sunning him.
Yeah, he made Janard feel like a second hand.
Huh?
He made Janard feel like a second hand.
Yeah, he was sunning him. And then
I took it differently. I was thinking like that could have been an opportunity for them to have a little side conversation over a drink.
But that's not Janard though.
He said go get him a drink. And then the other guy tried to step up and said, I'll do it. And then he was like, no, I'll do it. But the way Tommy was staring at Janard too, he still don't like or trust Janard.
Right, he don't. But I
So
was
they
thinking,
signed
if nothing else, if I was Janard, I would have used that as an opportunity to like familiarize, like, you see my face, you see who I am, remember me.
Mhm.
Yeah, that could also
Right.
be dangerous too. You know, because Tommy was flexing on Janard the whole time, and he didn't take his eye off of him. So that
But
would be
didn't Tommy
interesting.
put Shanti and Janard on to the serve to get him his Lambo truck back?
I think that I think he did that on his own, because Serbs is the one who ran up on Janard and
Right.
stuff. And then now that they got the drop on the Serbs with Merkovitz and stuff, I think Janard did that on his own. I don't think Tommy Haynes did it.
Because
Although I
what
have
made
to
me
say-
think that was because after, you know, Tommy and Shanti dealt with Claudia, Tommy was like, I got one more play for you to make. And then the next thing you know, they running up on the serve. And I was like, okay, was Tommy trying to help him?
Maybe
It's possible, because I didn't see that connection until you just brought it up.
you say that. So maybe.
Yeah, so it's possible.
Yeah, it is possible. But I knew he was going to run up on him anyway, because the Merkovitz and them took his
Yeah, I mean, Serbs is weak out here.
And then when Diamond made fun of his ride, he was like, "This you?"
Yeah.
Let me go back to Claudia when Vic asked. He said he wanted closure, and so he began to ask these questions. Did she actually try to have him killed? And she agreed. She said, "Yes,
She thought it was a sincere moment. She didn't know that he was recording the whole thing.
No, not in the recording. Whether she knew that or not, I don't know if I were she, whether I would have committed to that, because your brother is still Vic, and you don't know what he had planned. You know, people might say, I want closure.
Right.
But closure may mean something entirely different.
And she fed right into it. She was laid up
did.
in the house with her boo getting her loving on and everything. I'm
Oh,
like, I
no.
would have been paranoid that he gonna blow that house up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
She slept with her brother. And
Yeah.
she admitted to killing her father. Like, while she sent the assassins, she wasn't the one that actually killed the father.
Exactly.
So she owned up to something that was not even her. But you know, but maybe.
Well, it wasn't the
Maybe
fact
Vic,
that she.
yeah, maybe Vic let her think that.
Well, I mean, the fact that, you know, she orchestrated it with
she did conspire.
Yeah,
now
she did
she
conspire.
is guilty of that.
Right.
She was definitely guilty of conspiring,
Exactly.
but she did not
She
murder
didn't pull
him.
the trigger.
Right.
No, she didn't pull the trigger, but it was her hand that caused, you know, all of the events to occur. So yeah. So I believe they was that one of the charges?
Yeah, conspiracy.
Yeah. I mean, she definitely was involved though, because
look, I ain't giving her pass.
She sent the guys there. So I think she's definitely culpable in that situation.
Oh, definitely.
You know, whether she pulled the trigger or not.
She is culpable.
Yeah.
She is culpable, and she got what she deserved. You know, I was waiting for payback for Liliana. Anyway,
we waited all season.
All season.
Finally got it.
I was so hoping that she didn't get away when Bobby said, "We got a runner," and she's just skipping along with her high heels, and I'm thinking, okay, somebody catch this witch, because
I was like, she ain't about that life. I was like, they gonna and the way they tackled her too.
Right. That was.
I was dying.
Look, the commanders need that officer, because I mean, that was a heck of a
that was a good moment.
I mean, he laid her out.
They had no consideration that she was a woman or not. It was just like poof.
Hey, no, I'm so glad that brought me more cheer than her going to jail. I'm telling you, that was a takedown I wanted to see.
Listen, I hollered when I saw it.
And you know, to jump back to the situation with Janard and Shanti, because like I said, they sent Miguel the picture of Tommy and Maria. Next thing you know, Miguel is calling Tommy up saying he's never going to see Maria again. So that leads me to think, do you think he sent Maria away somewhere where she's on lockdown, or would he actually have it in him to take her out?
I don't know. She seems to think so. I know I didn't think so. And then, you know, my son said he doesn't think so either. And then, you know, there's my other thing. Look, is she in on it? You know, that's what I want to see in season 2. Right now, she seems like she is a good girl and everything. But I want to see in season 3 if there's a twist.
I just don't think so. I mean, when she was talking with the other nurse and she said, and the other nurse asked her, what does she see in this guy? And she said, he sees me.
He sees me. Yeah.
That's a big statement, you know, because when you're in a relationship and someone sees you, they see everything. They see your internal aspects, your physical and everything. So I believe she seems to be very much in love with Tommy.
Yeah,
the question, if Miguel harmed the hair on her head,
Tommy's gonna kill him.
And remember what Shay told him, y'all play nice. So Miguel would be taking one hell of a chance if he harmed her, because he would be doing the opposite of what Shay wanted everybody to do.
Right. I don't think
that's family business, though. As far as Che is concerned, he might say,
not when it comes
what
to
you do with your family is your. I know Che really is involved with that family,
but that has a direct effect of what Tommy does, and so he hurting her is definitely going to bring heat with Tommy. So Tommy's going to be out for revenge, no matter what Shay said.
And Shay might have a problem with the fact that Tommy was dealing with her too,
behind everybody.
I don't know.
Like I can see that too. Like
I could see it happen.
That might be problematic too. Like, oh, okay, so you were doing this under our nose.
Yeah.
Well, and
then
that could be a problem.
You add to it the fact that Diamond went off and ran his mouth to Janard and told him about the setup that they did with Miguel and the Serbs. I was like, oh, I'm giving Diamond the hands for that.
Diamond need the hands for that. Because I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I know that's your brother, but you telling him too much.
Well, y'all said that he would bring him back in, and that's the chance you take, because he really doesn't understand his brother or know his brother for that matter. So those are the chances he took, bringing him back in. Well, you would think that. See, that's another thing. Your brother tried to literally kill you, and you trust him like that?
He ain't too far removed from being a dope fiend, so I'm still on that.
Yeah, really.
I'm still on that. That's the most unbelievable recovery I have ever seen.
I'm telling you.
But I was like, Diamond that's his Achilles heel. Like Janard is really his soft spot. Because he is very trusting with Janard, and I think he's going off of his past history versus what the situation is. Janard dealing with Shanti and seeing how he said Shanti does what Shanti wants to do.
Right.
Then that should tell you something. This girl is off the kill. She's doing whatever she wants, whatever benefits her. And so them trying to take over CBI under everybody's nose, like y'all said, none of this operation works without Tommy and without Diamond. And Shanti and Janard thinking that they can come in and swoop up that spot. They don't have that kind of clout with Che.
For Diamond,
I think he's gonna end up taking Shanti out eventually.
Yes.
I think eventually, if she tries to make a move on Diamond, I can see him at that point making a move on her.
Right, because she don't just want to take out Tommy. She wants to take out, like you said, Diamond too. Yeah, that's gonna be a huge problem.
I don't see. Yeah. I don't see Janard allowing that to happen.
No, I don't think.
As far as Diamond is concerned, trust but verify, because your brother ain't up to no good.
Let me tell you that also. The move that Diamond made too, like Tommy jumped the gun with some of these moves he made. Ooh. But that move that Diamond given Janard the okay to go to the prison and talk to them and offer up D-Mac, Tommy is not going to be cool with that.
Not at all.
He basically gave Janard the okay to offer him up. And I was like, okay, Diamond is wrong for that. And I don't know if
but is he though? Is he wrong? Because technically D-Mac was already supposed to be dead.
Diamond, he need to be on the hands list too.
Diamond's definitely on the hands list for me, but maybe not because of that. Because I'm like, D-Mac is one of these characters that I can 100% say he is buying his death. He is not only on the hands list, he can get stomped out.
He is, but he's still Tommy's nephew. And the fact that Diamond gave Janard the okay to offer him up dead or alive, I think Diamond needs to circle back with Tommy and let him know that this deal, even if they saying it just to buy time for to Kilo or whatever.
Kilo.
Even if that and they have another plan in motion. I think next season Tommy gonna have to save his nephew because
it's gonna be a problem.
Well, Janard doesn't have another plan. Janard moves without thinking much. But
strategic.
Well, he's trying to be, but he's not thinking about all the moves after. So he's thinking about that one move he has, and he made it. Now, and the other thing with DMAC, as far as I'm concerned, is writing his own contract, and I'll give him the pen to sign it because of the fact that, the way you spoke to your father, JP, and Kate.
I wanted to choke him up on sight.
Okay, so what comes before you is all yours, bro. You want to get back into the game, and you don't know how. You have nothing about. You don't know anything about the game. You think the game is just all about you being able to shoot whoever you want to shoot and be that gangster. Yeah, well, there's a lot more to this game than that.
Look, I'm adding Marshall to the who can get the hands list too, because he should have never been telling. First of all, you give him a gun, and then you give him ammunition to go out here and use it. Like you riling him up, talking about this situation with Mad Dog. You just put him right into his hands. I'm like, what did you think he was gonna do? He wants desperately to be back in CBI. He wants desperately to prove himself that he's this gangster. He's about this lifestyle. And you just offer it right up, but you're shocked when he's going out to take action. I'm like, okay, no, Marshall gets the hands. I don't know what's going on with him.
Marshall, aka Bakari, Menace on both shows, shot the shot and force.
Yeah, that seems to be his MO.
Yes,
I don't know.
But the whole situation with Diamond, though, I was just kind of like, Diamond really could have killed him on the spot, because think about it. At this point in time, Tommy don't even know that D-Mac got a second body.
No, he doesn't.
Thinking, D-Mac is loose from the academy or whatever. He just on the streets on the run. He don't even know that Mad Dog is dead at his hands. So once Tommy finds that out, because I'm sure he will, the streets is going to talk. So he's going to find out very soon what D-Mac is.
What if Tommy does it? What if he does it? Because it's like he gave him a chance by getting him out of, and now he came back. So what if Tommy is the one?
You know what's going to stop him, though? I think JP's words cut him real bad. Well, when JP said, you sit up here and you tried to watch our mother die, and you gave her the drugs that triggered it. And he's seeing Tommy for who he is. And he basically disowned him, gave up the bar, and said, you make everybody's life worse.
You took the words
out of my mouth. Tommy could try to, redeem himself with JP by saving D-Mac.
I don't know. I think JP is through with him, and you took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, like you just went right into my brain and snatched everything I started to say about.
We tend to do that around here.
I know we do, and it's funny, but I mean, Tommy was actually going to sit and watch his mother die.
He was.
Now that's some cold. That's some cold stuff.
What did you see the tear run down his face? I think he was tired.
I mean, thank God there was at least a tear. But my thing is, you gave her the drugs.
He was right to do that.
No.
I was thinking about. He was probably thinking about his childhood, that he's been through this over and over again. Yeah. And I think in his mind in that moment, he thought he was tired. I think he thought he was putting her out of her misery. I think
he certainly gave her the misery to put her out of her
situation too. Remember when Proctor did that with his daughter's mother?
Yeah.
He gave her that misery and forced it on her, really, because she really didn't want it, but he kind of forced it on her, and she decides to do the whole bag. But hey, to sit back and watch your mom die, and then JP has to come to
it was cold. But I think
but JP definitely sees Tommy for who he is after that.
Well, I think JP at some point is going to see his mother for who she really is too.
Well, I think he sees that too.
Yeah,
I think he sees it.
Yeah, he's going to have to wake up to something.
I think that everybody, Tommy has been telling him this whole time.
Right.
Like, it's best if you don't know. It's best if you just stay in your lane. But JP just had to find out certain things on his own. I think that seeing for yourself is believing. Yes. I can show you better than I can tell you.
I don't know.
And I think now he sees who everybody is, and he's like, I think I'm gonna wash my hands with the whole like everybody. I'm fed up. My son called me the F word. My mom is a struggling addict. My brother is a murderous killer. It's a lose-lose situation all the way around.
Well, I wonder what he's going to do when he finds his son in a body bag, because that's the next move.
I think JP could be some collateral damage next season.
Yeah, he could.
I don't necessarily
I think he's
him
going to try to save D-Mac too, and maybe he gets caught up in the crossfires.
It would, I guess you might be right, because if D-Mac winds up in a body bag, I don't know where JP's head's going to go. Mm-hmm. But then again, I don't know how much he could do or would do, but he could go into a strange place and decide to, I just don't see him ratting on Tommy in that regard. Although I don't know, it's interesting.
I mean, I don't think he's gonna rat on anybody. I think that if something happens, I think Tierra was saying like maybe he could get caught in the crossfire, or he could try to seek revenge, and he ain't really about that life. So,
well, there are two ways of getting revenge. He can go out with a gun and attempt to,
right,
or he can call the feds. But I don't know. And maybe D-Mac miraculously escapes harm. Maybe you need a D-Mac in this whole
they might need to send D-Mac to New York. Like I said, there might be a situation where there's a crossover.
Yeah,
we talk about that.
Hey, you want to be a gangster? Go to New York, be a gangster there.
Send them to what's it called, Stansfield?
Yeah. Maybe
he ain't Stansfield material.
Maybe you have to send him.
Well, look, money talks at Stansfield.
Right. Well, he's actually smart enough to be at Stansfield. Remember how good he is at math.
Oh, with the numbers, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so he is smart enough to be at Stansfield. He just, as far as, but shoot, Tariq is Tariq ain't on an up and up either.
I was about to say, they sound like a match made in heaven.
Exactly.
But Tariq is far more sophisticated than D-Mac.
Yeah, because he's learned how to find each other. D-Mac is way more street than Tariq is.
Right.
They could balance each other out. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
I would. I can't see Tariq, because D-Mac wouldn't listen to a thing Tariq has to say, because he's going to.
Well, you know what? They listen to, kids listen to their peers more than adults.
They do.
So,
right. But he wants to be king dog.
He
wants to be king dog. So I don't know if that would work. I just
think he wants to be in the life. I don't think he cares at what role.
But he can't freestyle. But he can't freestyle that life, and that's what we see him doing now. When he went out and just decided to kill.
That's youth. Not all youth, but sometimes not having the foresight to see the end goal. Just like Diamond told him, like, you don't know what you just did.
Exactly.
And
so
he asked, did somebody see you? He said, did somebody see you? He said,
no.
I
don't know. I said, see, that's you. Like,
and then to record it in your phone. That's another thing that got me, because I'm like,
oh God,
Lord, if that wasn't the stupidest thing you could have done, if you ever lose your phone, if the police ever hem you up and take you in, you're toast. You're done for.
Yeah.
Done.
I mean, just giving Diamond your word that you did it wasn't good enough. You just had to bring the proof. So I'm like, Janard, I'm sorry, D-Mac is really one of those ones who I think he is buying himself everything he is going to get himself into. He deserves all that's coming his way.
He's definitely buying it for sure.
So,
I wanted to piggyback on something that Ron said about, Maria, when you were saying that she made the comment about that Tommy really sees her. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what if it's the darkness that he sees in her too? Like, I'm just saying, maybe she's a good girl, but there's darkness in Tommy. And
I've had some reservations about her too.
And I was gonna say, and he may be seeing that too, because even the way she spoke to, she checked Mama. She did. She was like, no, like, I know about the Keisha Grant, and I grew up in this life,
Which I'm glad she did. I'm glad she said that, but I still don't think.
But I hope she's a good girl. I hope that she is who we think she is. But I'm just saying, this is also power. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a twist, because I told you, I keep going back to that comment that Miguel said, because he was like, you just like me, or he said something, and one of the things that let me think that she has more to her than we've seen.
Yeah.
That she may not be as angelic as we think.
Okay. I don't think that she's an angel, but JP did say everything you touch gets destroyed. And that, to me, that kind of rings out, because then you have to think, well, she could be collateral damage.
She could. And I think you both have valid points. I think, thinking about from Miguel's perspective, saying that she's just like him, it could be like, you were born into this family, because that's what Maria keeps reiterating. Right. I was born into this life. And so I think he could be reinforcing that on her, like, this is in your bloodline. When he says that. But also, I was skeptical about her. I've had my reservations. I was like, I don't know. I love when power throws us a twist like that. So, I won't rule it out. So I was thinking, it could go either way.
I got
but
mad
I don't
at
think
Miguel.
she's dead for sure. I don't think she's dead.
I got mad at Miguel for burning up those Barcelona tickets, because he set those ablaze. I mean, I don't know.
Not only, I mean, he sent his henchman for Tommy, and Tommy cracked me up. I think that was something from the original Power too. Where it's like, I think I'm gonna let him go, turn around and run,
Right.
but then shoot him anyway. And I was like, I love how they're kind of like bringing these little influences from the original Power back in. So I think, Gary Lennon being from OG Power and then coming to this season, bringing that same original Power flavor, it's been great for the show. And I think it's just so nostalgic for us OG fans to see like certain references. It's like they really crushed it this season.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Do you guys have any predictions outside of the ones we've already stated for next season? One of my big ones is about Kilo, because he's slated to get out real soon. And I'm like, I feel like Kilo gonna cause some problems, but ultimately they're gonna have to kill him.
Yeah, they're gonna have to kill him.
Yeah, and not to mention, I think Janard's going to have difficulty delivering DMAC to Kilo, and that's what's really going to cause the problem.
Yeah,
Kilo's going to think he lied to him, so that's
Tommy ain't having that.
No, I mean, I think Kilo is going to go by way of everybody else if he steps up to to Tommy and CBI. It's not going to last for Kilo, but yeah, I think DMAC, I think he's going to be one of the first few casualties in season 3.
I don't know if he's going to go so early.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if it's going to be so early. He could be a casualty next season, but I don't think it's going to be so early. I think there's going to be drama behind it. You already heard me say, I think that Tommy and Diamond and them are heading for a break.
Yes.
You can already see the
tension,
the tension and the fraying of the partnership.
Well, I don't know. I mean, after all, Janard did ask Diamond, "Do you need him?" And and Diamond did admit that they wouldn't be where they are if it weren't for Tommy. So the truth is in the pudding. I don't know.
I mean, it's both. They needed each other. So
well, I mean, that's what Diamond said to Janard. But the question will be, I think if anything changes Diamond's mind, Janard is going to have to work harder on his brother. You can't just keep giving him these little clips and leave him with Tommy. They have to get together and they'll have to talk about it. Tommy is doing some things that is detrimental to CBI.
I mean, they both are. I think they both made moves behind each other's backs.
They did.
They did. Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of Diamond stuff could come back to catch up with them next season too. Right. Killing Jamal, killing the PO. A lot of that stuff could come back too. So they kind of both have all of these liabilities that neither one knows about.
Yeah.
Well, it made me think about once again, because who else was doing it? Like Tommy used to be incensed when Ghost would make moves and not tell him stuff and not let him in on stuff. And he's doing the same thing to Diamond right now.
Yep.
So I'm like, you ain't appreciated when Ghost did it.
Right.
But now he understands
Now he
that
understands.
there's certain things. He's in the same position, so I think he understands now.
We hope.
Yeah, hopefully. But to bring it back around, the Who Can Get the Hands list is pretty long on this one. Y'all done heard the nominations. I think we put Janard on there. We put Diamond on there. Definitely put Marshall and D-Mac. Y'all got anybody else on the Who Can Get the Hands list?
I'm still giving Claudia the hands because
Claudia got the hands.
She did get the hands. She got the hands for sure. She deserved it because, first of all, when she rolled up on Tommy being arrogant like that, for me, I was like, okay, that sealed your fate right there. I said, if you were untouchable, you should have just kept it pushing. But you're going to roll up on his turf and stuff. And I said, and I think that's exactly why Tommy did what he did. It's just, just got to wait and see if she did indeed die or if she make it. My prediction, I told you, I think Vic is going to survive. I think Vic is going to be slippery.
Almost something worse than death for her is being in a wheelchair while in jail. But
that could happen too if she makes it. Yeah. So I think we also put Stacy on the Who Can Get the Hands list for sure.
Stacy.
Yeah, she's 100% on there.
Yeah.
Are we missing anybody else? I think Shanti low-key can go on there. Shanti just bothers me.
Yeah, I don't like that she's trying to get Janard to go behind his brother's back and stuff. So that disloyalty, she can get the hands for that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she got a fool working, so she's got a fool. So
yeah,
but Shanti, when you mentioned about predictions, she can't be long in this game for season 3.
I think she's out of here next season.
I think so too. I think Janard gonna take her out.
All right, so who y'all got for the game ball? I love Tommy's plan, and it worked out. He handed over the Cartel and Claudia and the Serb, so I'm gonna give Tommy a game ball for that. That plan
Tommy
worked
deserves
perfectly.
it. Yeah.
I guess JP gets the game ball for saving Kate. So
I'm not mad at that one.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that one either.
Anybody else? Game ball worthy? Not really.
Right. Yeah. No, I don't. Yeah, I got it. No, we're good.
Yeah, because this episode, there was a lot of nonsense going on. So I think Tommy and JP, those are some good game ball nominations.
You did say you did put Stacy on there, right?
Stacy's on the hands.
We already said.
Oh yeah, okay. So good deal.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, this has been awesome. Like I said earlier, I really enjoyed this episode. Not predictable at all. So, I think they did a fantastic job this season, a standout season. Definitely congratulations to all the cast and crew. I know it was difficult working through this writer strike and actor strike, but still delivering us this quality content through all the mayhem that's been going on. We appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for a great season. To all of the viewers out there, please make sure you drop down in the comment section and give us your thoughts on this season finale, as well as your predictions for next season. Don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms at The Spot Real Talk. And make sure you are subscribed to this channel. You make sure you like the video and click that notification bell. We still got some stuff up our sleeve in regards to Force. So I'm just saying that notification bell could be, very important. So stick with us, and we definitely have some more great content to deliver. We're thinking about doing some interviews and some other shows in the meantime until December 1st, because what's coming December 1st. Raising Canaan.
Raising Canaan. Can't wait.
Yes. So we got a lot of great stuff coming your way, and we appreciate all of you guys' love and support. Continue to do so. Spread the word to your friends and family and get them on board with the spot as well. Tifron, you got anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much said it, but I wanted to say that should we have a round table concerning force, reach out to us if you're interested in joining.
Yep. Drop down in the comment box, or you can hit us up on Instagram. We check them DMs regularly. So those are the two main places you can find us.
And we'll make it happen.
Ron, you got anything?
No, I'm good. I mean, I think you all have cornered the market on what to say. So
okay. Well, on that note, we are going to call it a night.
There you go.
Please make sure that you are tuned in for some more great content as we deliver it. We'll see you guys next time, and thanks again for watching. Good night.
Bye.
Jay with a baby, I am what he made me. No, you cannot shame me, so it's for the birds. Buy for a price, you ain't know what it's worth. He not letting go like it's grandmama purse. Rolling with heavy, he feeling kinda discouraged, cause he feeling down in the dirt. I told him heavy, you only need faith, cause yes, you already did all the work. Life or death, this life is best. I'd rather see the vision complete instead of the speed to find regret. You gotta breathe so you can be free, so you never need the ice and checks. This be my plea, I lost my debt. I gotta cheese, I found my flex. I gotta be, I gotta breathe, I gotta